So if you got in here, if you got to turn the water pump on and you needed that, you didn't have, you're dry camping, not hooked up to city water, you have to yell for somebody, go turn the pump on, you got it right there. You can do it yourself. Okay. Your GFI reset for your wet locations, for your outside or over by your galley. That's the reset for it right there. Water heater, gas or electric operation. Again, if you're at an RV park, why not run it on electric? It'll only take a couple minutes longer, but saves you propane gas. Okay, we're going to fire it up on gas though. So I'm going to turn that guy on. The red light in the middle would indicate.
You hear it?
Hear it? So we know it fired up. If it didn't fire up, the red light would come on and let us know that it failed to light. It'll make 3 attempts to light itself. After the 3rd attempt, if it fails to light, the red light will come on and stay on, because it'll go off in between attempts, or stay off if it's actually lit. Okay, so if it comes on and stays on, it's like, okay, what happened? Usually it's because you forgot to open the valve on your propane tank. You've had it stored for a while, you get out there, and oh yeah, duh, forgot that. So you open the valve, you turn it off to reset it, turn it back on again, and let it go through its cycle all over. If you run out of gas, or if you let it sit for a long, long time, you can lose pressure in the line, run your stove. It's high volume, and it'll get the gas to flow through everything, get the air out of there, and then after that runs real well, then you can turn this guy on. Okay, and especially your refrigerator, because there's a timer on there, and if it fails to light within a certain amount of time, it'll fault out. It'll fault out, which is not like your stove. It's going to stay running no matter what. Okay, it'll fault out. So run your stove if you let it sit for a long time, then all your appliances will work very well after that. Okay. Same fan here as what you have there, minus the
controls.
Yeah, well, it has a fan speed, but that's it. Okay. It doesn't have the thermostat, and it doesn't have the in or out. It's strictly exhaust only. Okay. Now, if you have this fan in here, or what is it? It's on 2. It really should be on 1, because these guys move such a high volume of air that when this guy is going and it moves a lot of air through here, what can happen is you have that guy going. You flush your toilet, it moves such a high volume of air, it will momentarily suck some sewer gas out of there. Yeah, it will. And you're going to get a nasty whiff there for a few seconds, but just about as quickly it's going to go away, because it's going to move a large volume of air, you know. So you can always do that. That's why I recommend don't put it on high, because it definitely will suck a lot of sewer gas out of there, you know. Okay. Usually on 1 is good enough for that. Your toilet.
Now that one does not have a cover
on
it up there.
It didn't? I couldn't tell. Oh, they put it over there, not over here? You're supposed to put them on the bath, and they put on the wrong one. That's okay, because I would add a vent. I recommend put a vent cover on every single vent that you have. It's just a smart thing to do. So go ahead and put one on here. You go ahead and leave that one there, and add another one over here, because you want one on both, no matter what. So even if it was here, you would want to add one over there.
And what's the procedure for doing that? As far as they just screw on, or
yeah. Do you do a lot of your own work, or
I
not?
do some.
Some? Okay. They're actually pretty easy to install. You have a metal trim ring around the outside. If you get up on the roof and open the lid, you'll see a metal ring goes all the way around on it, because you're not going to penetrate the roof. When you buy a vent cover to match, it'll come with these metal L-shaped brackets, and they attach to the metal trim ring. Okay, this part of it does. This part has a couple of carriage bolts that come up from the bottom. There's a slot in that bracket, and that is what you bolt your vent cover to. Okay, so you bolt the vent cover. Let me see. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is the part you're going to screw into the metal trim ring, and then this is the other part of the bracket that has a slot in it. You're going to take a carriage bolt that comes with it, and it comes up from underneath. That way, and it bolts onto your cover. That way you don't penetrate the roof. You only penetrate the sidewall of the metal trim ring. Now your vent cover is going to come with a little bag with these little bitty nuts and bolts. It's going to tell you to drill a bunch of holes all the way around and put this little thing together. You take those and you throw them away. And you use the self-tapping, self-drilling screws, called Tech screws. And you can buy them in any hardware store. They're not expensive. And you mark your brackets, and you put this up there, and you take your drill motor with the adapter on it, and just zip, zip, and it's a done deal. There's 4 of them. It'll take you like 10 minutes, maybe 15 to install the whole thing. It's a piece of cake. It's really simple to do. Really simple.
And where do you order them from?
The vent covers?
Yeah.
Oh, well, of course. You can buy from our very own store.
No, I mean, is it a specialized Tiffin product, or just
no, you can go Camping. You ever been to a Camping World?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Camping World has them on the shelf. Of course, we do too. But Camping World, 2 miles down the road that way, has them right on the shelf. You can take them on any kind you want. From about $30 a piece up to over $100, depending on which shape you want. And you want, just clear the opaque white, or do you want the nice smoke colored, or whatever, take your pick. They have several models. I would just get one to match whatever you've got there, which might be the more expensive ones, only because these fans move a lot of air, and some of those smaller clamshells won't let the air move as freely. But whatever's up here on your other one, match it. And actually we can see it. If we get up, we'll back out a little ways, you can see it.
Yeah, it surprises me that they put them on some and not on others.
And that's not something Tiffin does. That's something they do here. Tiffin doesn't do that. They come without any roof vent covers on there whatsoever. Mike Thompson's does that as just part of what they do. They install a vent cover on it. Yeah, and it's supposed to typically put them on the bath unit. And sometimes the guys get mixed up when they're up there on the roof because it all looks different, and they'll install it on the wrong one. In which case, if you wanted to complain about it, yeah, they would move it, but really,
we need one anyway.
You want one anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, you want it on both.
Yeah, why would they put it on the bath unit versus the other unit?
Because the bath is something you definitely want a vent to be able to use a vent on in case it's raining or really windy or something. You definitely want to have it. You wouldn't want to have this guy open and have it raining outside. If you're
right.
using the toilet, it's like, oh geez, you get rained on. So that's typically why they do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I get in trouble all the time for saying stuff like this, but I don't care. I don't do sales. I just do orientations. That's it. I'm retired. I just work here part time for fun, doing this. So I get in trouble with the sales department all the time because I will tell you the honest truth without the sugar coating and polish and whatever sugar that those guys do. I just give you the honest truth about it. You may not like the answer, but it's going to be the honest answer. So I'm always in trouble with those guys. Like for instance, they don't like us much in Camping World because they're right out. We have our own store, but they're not open.
Yeah.
They're closed on weekends. So what's the person supposed to do? Right. You go down the street. That's all there is to it. In fact, there's one of the vent covers right there. See that roof up that right across from us? It says Max Air on it. That little half shell thing. That's one style, and another style will be I can't see it from here, but there's a couple different styles, but that's one of them. And you can barely see on the edge of it. If you look real close against it, you can see a couple little bumps on a flange that's down towards the roof line. Yeah, those are the carriage bolts that stick out from the bracket from the coming up, and they're stainless steel usually, so they don't rust on you. And then the bracket's on the inside of it, and it attaches to the little metal trim ring right here. And if you take a good look at the way that one's installed, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly what those guys do. They just use tech screws on the side. You kidding me? They drill all those holes and fiddle with those. Yeah. So here's your toilet. Okay, with the water flow through here. Halfway down to add water, all the way down to flush. Okay. And we talked about the toilet chemical and the importance of using it and stuff. Now, summertime, the heat will activate the bacteria a lot quicker. So if it starts getting a little odorous, don't be afraid to double or triple dose as much toilet chemical as you want. You're not going to hurt it. You can put as much as you want in there. You're not going to hurt a thing. So whatever you need to do to keep it under control, just go ahead. Okay. Nice. Oh, triple barrel. Wow, that's nice. Triple-sided. Ooh. That's really cool. Okay. Your shower.
Oh, my battery's dying.
Typical RV shower head with an on and off switch. Okay, so everybody gets a nice chance for a decent shower. A one piece, so you don't have to worry about any seams at the bottom, which is really cool. And
that's what we wanted.
Yep. And you have a shade, so if it's really too bright and sunny, you can draw it across and darken it up, which makes it really nice. Yep. My wife loves these. Oh, good, I can put a place for my foot so I can shave my legs. I'm like, yeah, that figures. Just in the way as far as I'm concerned.